not like it was like a artillery weapon or with a, you know how they young guys was. It wasn't that. And that's what I don't know. So we need answers.
The Shreveport community reacting in grief and disbelief after a tragic Sunday morning domestic violence attack has taken the lives of 8 children. 2 women and another child were also hurt in the shooting spree. Police say this man on your screen, Shamar Elkins, shot and killed 7 of his own children this morning and a cousin before stealing a car and making a run across the river. It all ended with the suspect dead after gunfire in a Bossier City neighborhood. According to the New York Times, Elkins, an Army veteran, struggled recently with mental health issues and, quote, dark thoughts.
Live and on your side. This is KTBS 3, 9 o'clock news hour on KPXJ CW21.
Good evening, Arklatex. Welcome to KTBS 3 News Weekend. I'm Madison Edwards. That tragedy in Shreveport's Cedar Grove neighborhood tops our news this evening, and we now know the names of the victims in this morning's deadly shooting rampage. The Caddo Parish Coroner's Office says the 8 children killed were 3 boys and 5 girls, ranging in ages from 3 to 11 years old. They're identified as 3-year-old Jayla Elkins, 5-year-old Shayla Elkins, 6-year-old Kayla Pugh, 6-year-old Kadarian Snow, 7-year-old Layla Pugh, 5-year-old Braylon Snow, 10-year-old Marcaden Pugh, and 11-year-old Shariah Snow. Also new tonight, surveillance video showing the suspect, Shamar Elkins, running from the scene of this morning's mass shooting. Liza Denning lives 2 doors down from the deadly crime scene.
In the cameras, when I roll back, I see him running from the house after the gunshots came out. And later on, he ran out the house. He ran towards the tire shop.
And we have team coverage tonight. Daniel Brown shows us how some in the community are leaning on faith and the power of prayer tonight. KTBS 3's Riley Curry and Brenda Teal have been in Cedar Grove following every development today, and we'll get to them in just a moment. But first, we want to start with the community grappling with this unthinkable incident. My co-anchor, Daniel Brown, joins us live from a prayer vigil that was held tonight in Shreveport. Daniel.
Yes, Madison, the trap known as an establishment for good times and partying turned to a somber moment for reflection for several members of the community coming out for a prayer vigil in remembrance of those victims from the Cedar Grove tragedy. Today, several pastors coming out along with Councilman Alan Jackson to give their thoughts about the tragic turn of events on this Sunday here in Shreveport and reflecting on what's ahead, but speaking with the manager of the trap, Leon Bell, him and his wife, April, coming together, a joint decision to hold this prayer vigil is today.
I was born and raised in Cedar Grove, so that was the neighborhood I grew up in. So I get it, and I just want to, it don't even have to be Cedar Grove. It can be Cooper Road, Allendale, Lakeside, all communities, all neighborhoods should feel the tragic of today.
They felt like this was not a time to party. This was a time for healing. This was a time for prayer. And this is time to bring the community back together. Him being from Cedar Grove, I applaud his opportunity. I made some phone calls. I looped the chief of police in just to make sure that we can all come together.
So there was also a call to action for several pastors out here to get out of the building and more into the streets to engage their community more. So maybe seeing more action from a faith-based perspective in the streets of Shreveport. Madison covering this tragic shooting here in Shreveport. Daniel Brown, back to you.
All right, thank you, Daniel. We appreciate your report. Now to Riley Curry, who is at the first crime scene where police found the bodies of 8 children. Riley.
Madison, tragedy has truly swept the 300th block of West 79th Street all day. The Shreveport community is mourning the loss of 8 children who died in a domestic violence mass murder.
We have a hurting community. We have hurting families. This is a tragic situation, maybe the worst tragic situation we've ever had in Shreveport.
Around 6 a.m. this morning, Shreveport police arrived to a home on the 300th block of West 79th Street near Linwood Ave. Inside and outside the home, 8 young children between the ages of 3 years old to 11 years old were found dead, many with gunshot wounds to the head. 2 victims who were also in the home survived the attack, an adult woman who was shot, and a 13-year-old who now has broken limbs from jumping out of a window. Some Shreveport police officers say they've never seen a crime scene so brutal.
I just don't know what to say. My heart is just taken back. I want to let the community know that all of my resources are out here processing every piece of evidence.
This is a extensive scene, unlike anything I know most of us have ever seen in our career.
The identified shooter is Shamar Elkins. 8 of the kids he murdered were his own. Across Linwood Ave on Harrison Street, Elkins also shot another adult woman in the face. She is now in critical condition and is believed to be the mother of some of the children. A man said to be her father below Mays was at the scene this morning.
I was just with my grandbabies the other day, and we was having so much fun. And I say for any grandparent out there, be happy. Be happy with your grandkids and have fun with them. I'm just praying that everything will be all right for my daughter. She's in the hospital right now. She's fighting.
After the shootings, Elkins stole a vehicle, fled to Bossier, and was later shot there by Shreveport police. Investigators believe the shooting on Harrison Street happened first, then Elkins came to the home behind me. Police are saying this is a domestic situation, but they are still looking to uncover the motive. Reporting in Shreveport, I'm Riley Curry, KTBS 3 News.
Riley, thank you very much for all the work you've done today to bring us the latest on this event. The deadly shooting spree ended in Bossier City this morning, as Riley told you. Shreveport police shot and killed Elkins in a neighborhood near I-220 and Swan Lake Road. The suspect drove that stolen SUV to a home on Brompton Lane in the Timburan subdivision. Tonight, it's unknown if there's a connection between the suspect and this home. KTBS 3's Jonathan McCall has more from the third and final crime scene.
Chaos and confusion in Bossier City Sunday morning. Shreveport Police and Louisiana State Police providing an unexpected wake-up call for people in this neighborhood. Shocked and stunned neighbors watching the end of a deadly rampage. The home at the end of this cul-de-sac on Brompton Lane is where investigators say suspected shooter Shamar Elkins led authorities after allegedly shooting and killing 8 kids in Shreveport. According to Louisiana State Police, Shreveport police shot and killed Elkins. Neighbors who watched the scene unfold tell KTBS 3 Elkins got out of the car and tried getting inside of the home when police fired. LSP now investigating the police-involved shooting. For hours, LSP and Shreveport police combing through the scene as concerned and worried neighbors looked on. By early afternoon, the SUV stolen as part of that shooting spree in Shreveport was taken away from the home to be processed.
The Caddo Parish School District is planning to send counselors to the schools where the children attended. Brenda Teal continues our coverage tonight and is live for us in the Cedar Grove neighborhood. Brenda, what can you tell us?
We're going to do a prep vigil at 6:30 tomorrow.
Well, Alan Jackson walking up right now. Come on, Councilman. Come on, Councilman. What's
sorry.
the latest you're going to say?
We're doing a prayer vigil tomorrow at 6:30, and then Chipotle on Mansfield Road. He's been feeding the community all day, and he's going to feed the community again tomorrow at 8 o'clock after the prayer vigil.
All right. Councilman Alan Jackson, thank you so much for being here. You can tell the community is still grieving. I noticed some folks picking up the Chipotle as well.
Yes. Yes.
I also talked to the lady who was doing a lot of this. She says that she actively worked to get one of the persons who was killed hired.
Yes, absolutely. It's just been a tough day. It's the worst probably in Shreveport history, definitely the worst in my 43 years of being alive. And so it's going to be a while for this community to get back on its feet. But I do want to thank Chipotle on Mansfield Road just for doing everything he can just to try to feed the community.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Councilman, for popping over.
Thank you.
All right, again, tonight, support for the community coming in at every level from local to state. This is getting international attention. And I did talk to a couple of folks today. I spoke with a neighbor who said that she saw this children playing in the yard just yesterday. And another neighbor right behind me here, their children played together.
The kids come and play at my house. They went to St. Gabriel for Easter Sunday with my kids, and they play all the time. They're good kids.
Eliza Deming lives near the corner of Linwood and 79th.
But it was nothing to... My daughter even went to the park with them.
She said she heard the gunshots Sunday morning.
It's not like it was like a artillery weapon or with how they young guys would speak. It wasn't that.
And she saw the covered body of one of the children.
That baby. That baby laying there on the roof of that home. He was trying to get away.
Shreveport City Councilwoman Tabitha Taylor and State Senator Sam Jenkins calling for an end to domestic violence.
1 in 9 women are domestically abused every 9 seconds in this country. Every 9 seconds. When does it come a damn priority?
I just really hope that a part of the package that we began to put together when we started talking about justice, and especially criminal justice, that we began to look at domestic violence as a part of that package.
Monday, the Caddo School District plans to have counselors at Summer Grove Elementary and Linwood Charter School to help support the children's classmates.
I can only imagine what these police officers and firefighters went in and saw with this, such a horrific, painful thing to see. And many of them had to go home to their own children. Can you imagine? I bet there are going to be several children that are going to be held very, very tight tonight.
A community, a city heartbroken behind this very tragic loss. Back to you, Madison.
Thank you so very much, Brenda, for your report. Again, Brenda has been working all day to bring us the latest information. Well, the shooting happened in Shreveport City Councilman Alan Jackson's district. You saw him pop up on screen alongside Brenda before she told us that story. The entire council releasing statements, but Jackson saying in part, today is one of the saddest days in the history of Shreveport. 8 innocent children lost their lives, and there are no words that can make sense of this tragedy. Our hearts are heavy, and our city is hurting. We lift up every family affected in prayer. We've got more comments from Shreveport council members on our website, and we'll hear from them during a press conference tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll have live coverage on KTBS 3 News midday and on KTBS Plus. We'll stream it live on KTBS Plus. And coming up in tonight's Hometown Patriot, how one man and a dog served their country during the Vietnam War.